Hey everybody, welcome to our second orientation video, our second welcome video. I ended the last video saying that I was going to go over content and how it relates to the course schedule, and I will, but I think I'm going to wait to do that at the very end so then I can go over week one with you in greater detail. So I'm going to start by just going over a few little things that I think that you need to understand. So again, we're going to go into content because that's where we're going to start. Remember that you're going to log into D2L and this is our page, right? This is our classroom page, and I will have announcements here. And I'm going to go into content. And this is where the home base is for our class. So our home base is going to say week one, and that's where we are right now is week one, and you're always going to start here. And this is where all of the orientation videos are. Here's your course schedule. And then there's the getting started, which is all the tutorials and stuff. And I think I talked to you a little bit about Zoom already, and I will be sending this out in an email to you. So you may have already, well, you should have already gotten this email that has this attached to it. So all of the Zoom tutorial stuff is going to be here. And if you need it, it's here again in the getting started folder of week one. And that's where a lot of tutorial stuff is. But I'd like to talk to you about VoiceThread specifically right now. VoiceThread is an external resource, but every single one of you has an account with VoiceThread. And we will be using VoiceThread to do lessons. So I'm going to have you think about a face-to-face class, which is in person. You'd come into the classroom, you'd sit down at a table. I would be at the front of the room. I'd probably have the screen down and a PowerPoint up at the front of the room. And I would greet you and say hello, and I would start talking to you about whatever lesson I was going to teach that day, and it probably would coincide with something that was going on the PowerPoint that just sort of keeps me on track. And I would stop and not just talk about the PowerPoint, but the PowerPoint, we'd go over some information, and then usually in face-to-face classes, I would say, all right, now get in your tables and talk about X, Y, and Z and try this out. And here's this essay. I want you to find all the metaphors or, whatever, right? And so you'd work together as a group to do some group work. And sometimes I would hand out a quiz, So I just want you to picture yourself in that space. VoiceThread is the way I translate that part of the classroom. I can't have you getting into groups and talking because you're online and that's really hard. And we can do that during our Zoom meetings. We can't do it for every lesson because online, most of the teaching is in videos and presentations. So VoiceThread is a place where I can upload a presentation and then expect you to interact with that presentation. And that's why I love it so much. So what I have done here is I have this video, and this video is going to take you on a tour. I'm just going to show you here that it's going to take you on a tour, and it's a 9-minute video, and it's going to go into a lot more detail than I am. So I would really encourage you to look at this. This was done in March. So this was right after this was March 2020. So we just went into quarantine for the coronavirus, and I put this together very quickly for one of my classes, a reading class. So you're going to hear me talking about things that are situated in that time, but the information is still going to help. So I'd encourage you to watch this video, and then I'm going to show you what you have to do. So after you watch the video, there is this link right here. It says VoiceThread homepage, and I'm going to click on it. And it's going to bring up this window. Now, if you think that this is too little of a window, you can always go into a new tab and it will open a new tab on your computer. And that makes it bigger and easier to see. So these are all of my voice threads that I have made, and I am a teacher, right? So I have a lot of voice threads that I've made. Some of them are for college writing, some of them are for my reading classes, some will be for you. So you, however, probably don't have any in this VoiceThread thing. So when you open it, it will be blank. And what I want you to do is I want you to click on it, because once you click on it and it brings you to this page, that is what activates your account. So do that. That is one of your assignments for this week, is to activate your VoiceThread. So you just have to click on it and it just brings you here, and then you're activated. And then you can go to this little 3 bars right here, and you can go to tutorials right here. And here are all the tutorials. So if you want to learn how to comment, you can learn how to comment. And that's the one that I want you to watch for sure, because I'm going to be requiring that you comment. Also, the doodle thing, that is also something I'm going to want you to do. Okay, so I want you to, and then create, because maybe I will have you create one this semester. I am not sure yet. We'll have to see what happens. But go ahead and you can check out the tutorials, and they're really good and they're super clear. So the one thing that you're going to take away from this is that you need to just click on that. And I was just going to show you, this is for college writing, but we're going to be doing the 6 traits too. So I'm just going to play that one for you for a little bit. Hello everybody, welcome to our second presentation. This is part 2 of 1, right? We are going to be talking. So you can see that I'm just talking over a PowerPoint here, and then I am going to try and find, oh, there's not going to be any. There's not going to be any because this is for this semester. But then I'm going to be asking you to do some commenting. And so when you comment, you just hover here and you can see this plus sign, and then you click on it and you can talk and you can type and you can do a video. So those are usually the choices that you can make. Sometimes I will tell you I want you to do a video, and then you're required to do the video. Sometimes I will say I want you to talk and use the doodle thing, and then you'll have to do that. Okay, so go ahead and do the tutorials. I'm not going to take your time anymore for this, but I wanted to talk to you about VoiceThread, because that is going to be part of our assignments. When I assign a VoiceThread and I ask you to comment, then I expect you to comment, and I am going to be looking for your comments and keeping track of your comments, and that is how you get credit for doing the VoiceThread. There's also other ways to get credit that are a little bit trickier. So, and I will let you know how I'm grading you each time. So if I don't have anything written, like specified how I'm going to grade you, how I'm going to grade you is I'm going to listen to the VoiceThread and I'm going to tally who is commenting and how many times they're commenting. And I'm going to keep track of what you're commenting. So then I can give you credit for doing the VoiceThread. Okay. The other thing I wanted to show you is that in content, we are here in week 1, right? And so here's your course schedule. Here's our welcome video. There's only 1, but there will be 3 or 4. Here's our getting started. There's the syllabus that you are required to read this week. Here's all kinds of tutorials. And then you can see that everything is organized by days of the week. So what I wanted to show you was discussion boards. Okay, so I'm going to go to the first discussion board, and this is your notebook show and tell, and this is on Monday. So you will be reading about writer's notebooks. I did a video and I showed you a bunch of mine, and then you are going to show us what you do with yours. So I'm just going to click on this, and this brings you to the discussion board. Okay, in the discussion board, it tells you what you're supposed to do here. And there are different types of discussion boards. So I'm going to go into the discussion app in a different way. And I'm going to go here so I can show you. And I want you to know that you can do that if you want. I just to do this part, because you're going to want to go to settings, and you're going to go down to reply settings right here. And this box is checked by default, reply settings. And this is your first requirement, is to uncheck that box, because I don't want the original post in your reply. So when you are doing a discussion board, I don't want whoever's discussion board you are replying to, I don't want their post to be a part of your reply. And that's what would happen. And it gets super messy and confusing. So it is a requirement for you to go up to settings, to find reply settings, and to uncheck this box. Okay? And I'll show you again. Here's settings. You just click on it. You scroll down to where it says reply settings, and you uncheck this box, and then you press save. That is your important thing that you need to do. So the other thing, there is a question discussion board here, and the discussion board is questions for the instructor and questions for anybody in your class. So you can put questions either place. Email is still the best way to ask me questions, but this is available to you as well. And then you